Kenneth William Bryant. I've been in the renovating game for 18 years. An investor for 15. I have done a total of 36 renovations. I take homes that look like this and turn them into this. Welcome to Catapulting Change. Yo, what's up? It's your boy KB with Catapulting Change. Hey, look, great morning to you all. Don't wake up with this negative mindset of today is a bad day, or today I'm not going to be able to make it happen, or today I'm just going to be stagnant and stay in my pain or stay in my head. No, it's time to wake up, guys. It's time to wake up and win. This is Wake Up Wednesday, guys. Look, I know some of you think that, today is hump day and you're pushing through to get to Thursday and Friday, to take the weekend off. And listen, if you're able to take the weekend off, that's what I've been doing recently. I made a decision that I'm going to take the weekend off. But the last 15 to 17 years, I've been working through the weekend, 7 days a week. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say I work all day, all night, but I work from 6 a.m. to 2 p.m. on a Saturday and still have time to come home and do what I got to do. I get in situations where maybe I can't take off. I have to get that project done, or I have to get a certain task done. I have to push through it, realizing that hump day is every day. Success is every day. Now, look, I get it, guys. The ultimate goal is to become free, right? To have the ability that I don't have to work today. I can go spend 4 hours on the beach, or I can go on a vacation, or I can go ahead and do something for myself like motocross or hang out with family, etc. That's the goal, right? But you must be willing to work hard. You must be willing to sacrifice time, sleep, etc. if you do not have the resources to free yourself right now. Look, I've been on this mission of entrepreneurship for a very, very long time. I was the kid in middle school that used to steal candy from the candy store and sell it to my friends. So always been an entrepreneur, always willing to do whatever it takes. Now, I understand that's not the right thing to do. All of us have made mistakes in our life, but it's not about what we've done. It's about what we're doing right now. This is the key, guys. If you're constantly worried about what you've done yesterday or what you've done last week or what you did in the past, it's only going to restrict you from moving forward. Look, if I dwelled on what happened yesterday, it would restrict me from doing what I do today. I'm not worried about yesterday. I'm not worried about last month. I'm worried about what I'm going to be able to do today and moving forward each and every day so that I can get that much closer to freedom, to success. That is my ultimate goal, guys. I'm 37 years old. Been on my own in this world since 15 years old, working full time, not just one job, 2, 3 jobs. I literally worked 3 jobs for 3 years before I bought my first house at 19, but I was uneducated. I got stuck into a 5.1 ARM adjustable rate. I really hope that people did get a mortgage nowadays didn't take a product like that, because when the correction comes and we lose equity, they're going to be in a tough situation. So what happened to me back in 2007, I bought my house. 2008, the market corrected itself. My house wasn't worth what I bought it for. So I had a 5.1 ARM adjustable rate, which means your mortgage goes up every 6 months. So every 6 months, I received a letter in the mail stating that my mortgage was going up. It started at $991. Literally 4 or 5 years later, it reached $3,600. Imagine, back then, I was only making around $20 per hour. So imagine what I had to do. I had to sacrifice myself, actually. I ended up eating boiled eggs and pretzels every day because I did not want to go through bankruptcy. I did not want to lose what I worked so hard for. But unfortunately, I made a bad decision and got into a bad mortgage program. That happens still to this day for those that are not educated. For those of you that didn't know that, please do not have anyone push you into an adjustable rate or an ARM. You need to be in a fixed rate, something that does not change ever, because the reality is the world can change every day and it could change for the worse. And if you're in a product that is going to put you in a situation where you're not able to be the best version of you, it's going to restrict you from growth. It's going to keep you stuck and doing the same thing over and over again. You have to make a decision to exit. None of us want to quit, guys. I'm not a quitter, but sometimes you have to sacrifice who you are for who you will become. And that's one of the things that I'm going to be doing moving forward. I really cannot afford to do general construction with my business anymore. I have to focus on a task alone. So for example, I'm going to focus on painting and epoxy. Those are the only two things that I'm doing in 2023 when it comes to construction. Everything else, my investments, my education, my nonprofit, all of those businesses I'm going to focus on moving forward. The construction business has been consuming all of my time and I'm just not into it anymore. So it's time for change. And that's okay, guys. Maybe you've done something for 20 years. Don't be afraid to change. You have to go ahead and try something different, right? Just because you've been doing something for 20 years doesn't mean you have to do it for another 20. If you still love it, if you still desire it, then you keep doing it, right? But do not keep doing the same thing for 20 years expecting a different result. We must do something different. And sometimes we get complacent. We get to a point where we're not ready for that change, or we don't feel like we're capable of that change. But I'm here to tell you that you are capable. You are blessed. You are creative. You are handsome. You are an incredible human being. You have superpowers that you don't even know about, either mentally or physically. You just have to tap into it. You have to become the best version of you. But one of the ways to do that is you have to focus on yourself, becoming the best version of you, working on you, whether that's mentally or physically. I'm even reading some books right now. So Ed Milet, I'm part of his organization, his group, etc. Awesome guy, pretty awesome book and story. Everybody has a story, guys. Everybody has been through some things. I encourage you to read so that you can relate to other individuals for what you're pursuing. Okay, you have to relate to them. You have to get a coach or a mentor that is doing what you're doing. You got to be very, very careful of taking advice from people that are unqualified. It has got me into a lot of trouble over the years. As bad as you want to go to your family and friends, if they don't have a business, or they don't have a restaurant, or they don't have a store, etc., you can't go and ask those people for advice. You need to hire a business advisor that specializes in your industry so that you can get the right information, so that you can pivot the right direction that is needed. But in order to do that, you have to communicate with the right person, guys. So listen, I want to take the time out right now for you guys to repeat after me. I will, I must, and I can. I will because there is no other options. I must because my family is dependent on me. My future is waiting for me. And my freedom is waiting on me as well. And I can simply because I said so. I don't need to give an explanation to why I can. I will, and I must because I said so. We have to speak it into existence, guys. You can't keep walking around saying, I can't, or I quit. Quitting doesn't do anything for us. It doesn't help us move forward. It doesn't help us become better. And most importantly is a lot of times when we end up quitting, we're this close to where we need to be or where we desire to go. We just have to keep pushing through the pain. And look, I'm dealing with a lot of stuff too, guys. I know I jump on here and I do lives and I do videos and it's all positive, but trust me, There's a lot of negativity going through this mind. I experience depression. I experience stress. I experience hardships. I experience pain. My body is broken up. I have bulged discs in my neck, in my back. I have a rod in my hand. I have metal in it. I know what it's like to go through pain. I know what it's like to experience depression. But I'm here to tell you guys that we have to get out of that zone. And I get stuck in that zone too. I get stuck in the negative thoughts, but I transition it. I come through and I power through with the positivity to keep me going. What really helps me, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, is doing something active. So if I'm not working with my hands, right, then I need to be doing something active that I enjoy. For example, riding the dirt bike, doing farming on the land. Okay. You have to do something that is going to get you active, get you out of the house, get you out of your mind, get yourself busy so that you can focus on becoming better, or focus on getting out of debt, or focus on getting that project done. I know it's complicated, guys. Look, I have lost a lot of people in my organization over the years because of hardships. I have experienced delays because of materials. I have experienced delays because people change in their mind all the time. It's stressful. And that's one of the reasons why I'm done with general construction. I'm going to focus on a niche, and a niche alone moving forward, and that's painting and epoxy. I'm not doing anything else. I'm not interested in doing anything else. Those are the only things that I will focus on when it comes to construction, because there is too much variables when you do full renovations for investors or for homeowners, because it's a lot of hardships, a lot of stress along the way. It's not easy. And then the decision-making process creates issues as well. I get it, guys. You see, I'm sharing with you some of the things that I go through. And there's moments when I'm negative $480 in my account, but then a week later I have $20,000, $30,000. It's not uncommon in business. Money goes super fast, and sometimes there's delays with bank inspections, withdrawals, and some things that you just can't control as the contractor. I'm not in control of when I get paid or when they send the money. I do follow-ups, I submit for draws, etc., but sometimes they create delays, or it takes forever. Like, it's not a sense of urgency, but it is, because in order for the contractor to continue, they got to keep that cash flowing. When you do the major projects, it's the same as flipping a house. But the only difference is when I flip a house, I actually make money for the renovation. Plus, I make money when I sell that property. When I do it for someone else, there's no guarantee that I'm gonna make money. And a lot of times I don't, because of having to take loans, or having to wait on materials. It takes the project longer. Like, there's so many variables, and that's one of the benefit of flipping houses as well. And that's one of the things that I'm gonna be focusing on, is just flipping my own properties, building out my rental portfolio, buying fourplexes and above, and really focusing on that residual passive income so I can free myself. There's no reason at 37 years old, doing this for 22, 23 years, that I should be putting my tool belt on. And I finally just made that decision. It's been the hardest decision ever, because that's where I come from. That's what I know. That's what my specialty is. But it's time for me to teach and educate. And if I keep doing, then nobody can learn. If I keep physically doing it, then that person cannot learn. And that's one of the reasons why even my team doesn't get to the next level, because I have to push them out there. I have to have them do it themselves, explaining the process, communicating the process, teaching and educating them, while I focus on growing the business, while I focus on operations, while I focus on, raising capital, making those investments, etc. It's so important, guys, to make sure that when you do develop skills or a level of success, that you start to give back and you start to teach and educate. So not only are my people that work in my organization getting paid great money, but they also have the ability to learn new skills that will allow you to pay the bills at the end of the day. And then it's not just about paying the bills, guys. We got to get to the point where we end up investing a percentage of the money that we make. A lot of us are living off 100% of the income. And this is the problem, because if you're living off 100% of the income, then I'm here to tell you that you're never, ever going to become free. You're going to end up going through the same cycle over and over again. How do I know? Because I've been there. I've been there. I make my money, and at the end of the week, I end up having to spend more money than what I make. Trust me, I know, because I used to make bad decisions, poor decisions. But now you have to make sure that you put a percentage of it to work. A percentage of it goes back into the business. Percentage of it goes back into your goals, your dreams. And then, of course, you have to have separate things to fulfill your needs personally. So maybe you might want a new dirt bike or something like that. Just like how I got a new dirt bike. Actually, it took me 15 years to do that, guys. My first new dirt bike ever, because my credit was ruined back in 2009 when I went through bankruptcy. So when I went through bankruptcy, basically my credit's ruined and I had to start over again. And it's taken me about 10 years to get myself back to where I once was. So I get it, guys. I understand hardships. I've been there, and there's no guarantee that I won't be there again. The goal is not to be there. The goal is to continue to grow. The goal is to sustain success, but it's life. And things are always subject to change. You have to be willing to go back, start over, or reset. And that's kind of where I'm at right now. I'm about to start over. So in 2023, big changes are coming. Again, I'm not doing full renovations. It's not happening. But I will do epoxy and I will do paint projects moving forward. Not interested in kitchen remodels, bathroom remodels, none of those. It's too stressful, too complicated, and people just don't understand the process. So moving forward, I'm going to eliminate some of that stress so that I can focus on my own properties, my own portfolio. So you'll still see us doing bathroom remodels, kitchen remodels, but it's going to be for my properties only. I'm not doing it for anybody else. It just doesn't work because people don't understand. And also they're emotional creatures. And the moment that you come with them with any type of negative information about what's happening to you, it's all your faults at the end of the day. It's nobody else's fault. It's not the fact that a draw was short. It's not the fact that there's been delays with materials. No, it's all your fault. And nobody wants to hear any excuses because that's what they think it is. But it's not excuses, it's communication. But therefore, when I eliminate those variables, I don't have to worry about that anymore. That's one of the reasons why I'm transitioning, moving forward in 2023. So look, guys, I'm going to give you guys some homework. I really need for you to write down your goals. There's a link in the box chat section, Catapulting Change Academy /21 days. This is a free sign up. Okay. You're not being charged for it. And in this, once you fill it out, you will learn the proper way to set goals, to transition your mindset of one way that you think to another way that you think, so that you can get to the point where you actually execute. So most importantly, guys, no matter what goals you have, no matter what dreams you have to get to the point where you execute when you make it happen. Now, I understand you want to develop some type of comfort about what it is you're doing, but I'm here to tell you that you can't look for comfort. You have to look for discomfort and just go and do it anyway. Again, anything new that you do, anything new that you experience, you're going to go through some type of hardship. It's not a perfect world. And the reality is you've never done it before. So if you've never done it before and you don't have somebody to walk you through step by step what to do, then it's not a surprise that something happens to you. And that's another reason why it's important for you to hire a mentor or a coach, because along the way, no matter what you're interested in, you will have somebody that you can ask key questions. And if they're not able to answer your questions or not able to give you some advice, then this isn't the right mentor, the right coach. It has to be somebody that's actually doing it, somebody that's in it, somebody that has history in it, somebody that has experience, and someone that's going to be able to lead you in the right direction. Now, of course, that's just information. It's what you do with the information after you receive it. So you might be receiving information from different mentors or coaches, but if you're not executing or if you're not using it within your day-to-day, then you're just wasting your time. So it's very important to follow instructions. It's very important to ask questions. It's very important to communicate with whoever it is you're working with. So listen, guys, for those of you that like what you hear here, please like, love, and share this so that it can be reached to other people. My goal is to inspire the community. My goal is to educate the community. My goal is to elevate the community. The goal here is to recondition ourselves mentally so that we can become the best versions of us. But we must be willing to sacrifice who we are for who we become. Because if we're not willing to do that, then we can't change. It's impossible. So definitely get to the point where you make a decision, first of all, but also speak it into existence. So for example, even if you desire to have your first restaurant, we have to write the goal down like this. I will own my restaurant by June 20th of 2023. Now look, you heard me say 2023, June, because June 20th is gone for 2022. So I said 2023. That gives you a year to figure it all out. That's more than enough time, guys. I would suggest you set a goal for 90 days and go after that. But for 1 year to reach a goal is more than enough time to research. So the next step would be speaking it into existence, believe in it, also creating a business plan. So to create a business plan, you have to research what it is you're doing so that you can present it to different companies or different investors or banks, whoever it is that you want to present that business model to. But that is the steps. And then, of course, you have to go out there and execute. You have to do presentations. You have to network. You have to go to events. And you have to start doing what it is you're pushing to do. So you should be cooking every day if you desire to have a restaurant. Now, that's at first. Then eventually you get your own chefs, etc. Or maybe you're in a position where you can do that right away. Some people have working capital when they get started. Some people have access to resources when they get started. But if you were anything like me, I didn't have access to that. And I still don't have access to business funding. I've tried over and over and over again. And the only thing that I ever get is high interest products that just kind of paralyze the cash flow in the business. So anyways, guys, as part of the process, regardless of your situation, your circumstance, who cares? Just get started anyway, because from there, you're going to develop the habits, you're going to develop the skills necessary to pursue that and realize that it's not going to happen overnight. It's not going to happen in a week. Matter of fact, it probably won't even happen in a year. It's going to take some time, guys. I realize that anything that I do, it takes me about 5 years to start getting the results that I desire. So just keep pushing at it. Keep going after your dreams, keep going after your goals, and focus on surrounding yourself with people that understand life, that understand the process, that are positive, not people that are negative, that are looking for a reason to abuse you or beat you up or break you down. These people you have to cut out of your life because they are toxic and they will get you in a mental state that you do not want to be in. So surround yourself with positive people, surround yourself with people that are doing what you're pushing to do, surround yourself with those people that absolutely love life, love people, love the folks around them, and they focus on elevating each other to levels that they cannot imagine. So look, guys, have a blessed rest of the day. I need for you to, I will, I must, I can, and speak it into existence. Start writing those goals down in a way that you set deadlines and speak it into existence. And then go out there and share it with the world. Because if nobody hears from you, if nobody knows who you are, then guess what? It's not going to happen. Till next time, have a great rest of the day. And remember, life is great. Don't be scared. I'll talk to you soon.